Cristiano Ronaldo is widely regarded as one of the greatest soccer players to ever step on the field and without a doubt one of the most recognizable athletes on the planet. His fame is so massive that there are even galaxies nicknamed after him. And honestly, Cristiano isn't exactly humble about his superstar status. He's got millions of devoted fans scattered across the globe, but just as many critics and haters too. Love him or not, the guy commands attention. And since so many of our followers were curious, we decided to put together this video. Ever wondered how Cristiano Ronaldo lives and where he splurges his fortune? Let's dive into it. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro came into the world on February 5, 1985, in Funchal, a quaint port town on the Portuguese island of Madeira. He was the youngest of 4 kids born to José Diniz Aveiro, who worked as a gardener, and Maria Dolores, a cook by profession. The name Ronaldo wasn't just randomly picked, it was actually a tribute from his father to Ronald Reagan, who was both a movie star and the President of the United States at the time. The family lived a humble life in a tiny home where all 4 children had to share a single bedroom. His parents worked tirelessly, doing everything they could to provide for Cristiano, his 2 sisters, and his brother. But things weren't easy. José, his father, struggled with alcoholism, so much so that Cristiano's very existence almost didn't happen. His mother had once planned to terminate the pregnancy, but the doctors refused to go through with it. Later in life, Cristiano tried countless times to help his dad beat his addiction, but nothing worked. In 2005, José passed away from liver cirrhosis. His older brother, Hugo, also battled substance abuse, but thankfully managed to overcome it, with Cristiano stepping in to fund his rehab when he was just 16. Looking back, Cristiano has said it was tough connecting with his father, who was often drunk. Still, it was José who handed him his first soccer ball when he could barely walk. He even took 8-year-old Cristiano to join the local club Andorinha, where José worked part-time as an equipment guy. Even back then, Cristiano stood out. He was faster than most, incredibly skillful with the ball, and had this burning drive to win that you couldn't teach. He was also pretty emotional. He'd break down in tears after a loss or when teammates didn't pass him the ball. That earned him the not-so-kind nickname Crybaby. By age 10, he had joined a top regional team called Nacional. His speed and relentless energy earned him the nickname Abolinha, which means Little Bee. Not long after, he caught the eye of scouts from Sporting Lisbon. The club bought him for €22,500, technically to settle some debts. In Lisbon, Cristiano moved into a football academy dorm and had to fend for himself, only seeing his family once every 3 months. The transition wasn't easy. He missed home, got mocked for his island accent, and cried to his mom over the phone, begging to come back. But that dream of becoming the best? It kept him going. Money was tight, so sometimes he and his buddies would sneak off to the nearest McDonald's and ask the workers for leftover food. Years later, when he made it big, he actually searched for the kind women who used to feed them just so he could thank them properly. Cristiano did well in school for the most part. He liked science, but English was never his thing. At 14, he got kicked out after throwing a chair at a teacher. According to Cristiano, the teacher had disrespected him and he wasn't going to take it. His mom then encouraged him to focus solely on soccer. Around that time, Cristiano began developing the intense work ethic he's now known for. One of his academy coaches remembered how he'd strap weights to his legs after training, then sprint alongside traffic lights trying to race the cars when they turned green. He'd also sneak into the gym at night to work out even though he was already in top shape. At 15, during a match, he had to be subbed out just 6 minutes in. Turns out he had a heart condition, his heartbeat was racing abnormally fast and needed surgery. The operation went smoothly, and unbelievably, he was back at the academy the very next day. He resumed training a few days later, although it took a few months before he was cleared to play competitively again. Luckily, the procedure had no lasting impact on his performance. At just 16, Cristiano achieved something no one in sporting's history had done. He played for every youth team and both the reserve and senior squads all in a single season. That includes the under-16, under-17, under-18, B team, and the first team. In August 2001, he signed his first professional contract with Sporting Lisbon. It was a 4-year deal paying him €2,000 a month. A year later, in August 2002, he earned his first professional trophy, the Portuguese Super Cup, though he didn't play in the final. Later that fall, at just 17 years, 8 months, and 2 days old, he scored his first goal for the club's main team, becoming the youngest goalscorer in Sporting's history. In 2003, Cristiano started dating the younger sister of one of his teammates, Jordana. The relationship was short-lived mainly because his career was about to take a major turn. Clubs all over Europe had their eyes on him. Barcelona, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Milan, Arsenal, and Liverpool were all in the mix. But it was Manchester United who won the race, signing him for £12.24 million, roughly €15 million, offering a yearly salary of €2 million. The deal was officially announced on August 12, 2003. Just 8 days later, the 18-year-old made his debut for Portugal's national team in a friendly match against Kazakhstan. Right from day one, I noticed Cristiano was always pushing the envelope. During running drills, he'd strap weights to his legs, no joke, and every morning he'd roll out some brand new trick or skill like he was trying to reinvent the game. One of the other Portuguese players once mentioned how the rest of them would secretly stay after practice just to try and copy those moves. They even used to whisper that Cristiano was a future Ballon d'Or winner. When he arrived at Manchester United, his flashy style stood out. Bleached hair, designer clothes, he was all about that Versace life. Not everyone warmed up to him right away, but Sir Alex Ferguson? He had Cristiano's back from the start. It was Ferguson who handed him the iconic number 7 jersey. Cristiano originally wanted to keep the number 28, just like at Sporting, but the boss had other plans. That number came with a legacy, and Ferguson clearly saw Ronaldo as the next in line. Cristiano's first goal for United came on November 1, 2003. It was a free kick, top corner, no chance for the keeper. A real beauty. But that early spark didn't turn into instant stardom. For a while, he was mostly coming off the bench, playing second fiddle. In his debut season, he managed just 4 goals and 4 assists across 29 appearances. Still, he ended that season on a high note, scoring the winning goal in the FA Cup final. It was his first major trophy in England, a big deal for any young player. Around that time, he started dating Portuguese model Karina Ferro. They were together for about 3 years. His second and third seasons at Manchester United weren't packed with goals either. And on top of that, he started getting a bad rap for diving. People began labeling him a simulator, a guy who faked fouls to win penalties. Sir Alex wasn't having it. During practice, he stopped calling fouls when Cristiano was clearly half down. The message was loud and clear: toughen up. It wasn't easy, but Ronaldo slowly got it. He ironed that part out of his game and became more respected for it. Meanwhile, he was finding more success with the national team. I still remember that blowout against Russia in October 2004. Portugal won 7-1, and Ronaldo netted 2 of those goals. Before that, he'd already won over the hearts of his fellow countrymen during the 2004 Euro final. After the heartbreaking loss, he broke down in tears. That moment, seeing this superstar sobbing like a kid, made people realize he was just as human as the rest of us. Then in September 2005, right before a match in Moscow, Cristiano got the news his father had passed away. Just a month later, he found himself in serious hot water, accused of rape. He was taken into custody but quickly released on bail. The case didn't hold up. Later on, it came out that the accusations were likely made up by someone looking for fame and money. Despite all the chaos, Cristiano's love life was a headline factory. During that period, he dated British actress Gemma Atkinson, Chilean Playboy model Daniela Chavez, and a handful of TV personalities. His name stayed in the gossip columns as much as the sports pages. In early 2006, he added another trophy to the shelf, winning the Football League Cup with United. That summer, he played for Portugal in the World Cup. The quarterfinal clash with England turned into a soap opera. Cristiano's United teammate, Wayne Rooney, got himself sent off, and Cristiano played a role in that. After the red card, he even gave a sly wink toward the bench, which didn't sit well with English fans. Even though the drama blew over between the players, Cristiano was booed relentlessly in England for a while after that. But he took it all on the chin and kept grinding. The 2006-2007 season ended with Manchester United winning the Premier League and Cristiano hitting a milestone 50 career goals for the Red Devils. By 2007, his efforts earned him a massive raise. United signed him to a new deal, bumping his weekly salary to £120,000. That 2007-2008 season turned out to be his best yet. He racked up 42 goals across all competitions. A monster year. He scored his first and only hat trick for United, claimed the Premier League and Champions League top scorer titles, and took home the Golden Boot. And the cherry on top, United won both the Premier League and the Champions League that season. It was the kind of year players dream about. During that stretch of time, Cristiano's dating life was pretty much a whirlwind. It felt like he was making headlines with a different woman every other week. One moment, he was seen with Paris Hilton. The next, he was being linked to Maria Sharapova or even Kim Kardashian. It was tabloid gold. Despite the chaos off the field, the 2008 to 2009 season had its highs and lows. He kicked off the year recovering from an injury, but come November, he was back in form, netting his 100th and 101st goals for Manchester United. At that point, there wasn't a Premier League team he hadn't scored against. By the end of the year, Ronaldo had cemented his status in the football world. He snagged the Ballon d'Or, becoming just the third Portuguese player ever to win it. Riding high on that recognition, he went on to help United win the Club World Cup and earned the title of FIFA's World Player of the Year. That season, he wrapped things up with 26 goals, another Premier League title, and a second Football League Cup. Then came the bombshell. Manchester United accepted a jaw-dropping offer from Real Madrid in June. They sold Cristiano for a world record £80 million, roughly 94 million euros, making him the most expensive footballer in history at the time. His contract with Madrid was equally staggering. He was reportedly earning between €11 to 13 million euros a year, with a buyout clause set at a mind-blowing €1 billion. Since the iconic number 7 shirt at Real was still worn by club legend Raúl, Cristiano started his journey in Spain wearing number 9. In his debut season, he found the back of the net 33 times, immediately becoming the team's top scorer. Around that time, he was dating Russian supermodel Irina Shayk. They met during a shoot for an Armani ad, and what caught Cristiano off guard was that Irina didn't seem all that impressed by him. He had to really work to win her over. Whether or not the relationship was staged, as some gossip suggested, it lasted a solid 5 years. Irina later hinted that Cristiano's infidelity was what ended things between them. When the 2010 World Cup rolled around, Cristiano wore the captain's armband for Portugal. Unfortunately, their journey ended in the round of 16 after running into a powerhouse Spanish squad that would go on to win the whole tournament. While he was away with the national team, his son, Cristiano Ronaldo Jr., was born. There's always been a bit of mystery surrounding who the child's mother is. Ronaldo has said only that she was a surrogate who wished to remain out of the spotlight. Still, the rumor mill insists she was a woman from Florida who reportedly received somewhere between $12 to $20 million in compensation and a confidentiality agreement to go with it. Not long after Real Madrid legend Raúl left the club, Cristiano reclaimed the number 7 jersey, a number now forever linked to his identity. He ended the 2010 to 2011 season by winning the Golden Boot after scoring 40 times in La Liga. The only team trophy he won that year was the Copa del Rey. That same year, a documentary titled Ronaldo, Test of Strength aired on TV. In it, scientists put Cristiano through a series of tests and found that he could jump higher than the average NBA player. His shot speed was also clocked at around 129 kilometers per hour. In fact, during a match in 2014, he reportedly struck the ball at nearly 132 kilometers per hour, a cannon of a kick by any measure. The 2011 to 2012 season turned out to be his most explosive yet. He scored an unbelievable 60 goals across all competitions. That performance helped Real Madrid capture their first La Liga title in 4 years. On the international front, Cristiano shined at Euro 2012, scoring 3 goals and becoming the first Portuguese player to score in 5 major tournaments: Euro 2004, 2008, 2012, and World Cups in 2006 and 2010. In the 2012 to 2013 campaign, he put up another 55 goals, with 12 of them coming in the Champions League, making him the tournament's top scorer. Right after, he locked in a 5-year contract extension with Real Madrid. By the end of 2013, he had scored a staggering 69 goals, his highest tally in a single calendar year, and claimed his second Ballon d'Or. That December, his hometown of Madeira honored him in a big way by opening the Cristiano Ronaldo Museum. The place is packed with memorabilia, photos, wax figures, videos, and every trophy he's won, from his early days to his professional career. Spring 2014 brought even more glory. Cristiano helped Real Madrid win their long-awaited 10th Champions League title, La Decima. He was named La Liga's best player and bagged the award for the league's best goal. Forbes also crowned him the highest-paid footballer in the world, with annual earnings reaching $73 million. That year, another documentary, Cristiano Ronaldo, The World at His Feet, premiered, giving fans a closer look at his life. Then in November 2015, a more personal film simply titled Ronaldo was released. One of the emotional highlights was his confession about playing injured during the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. Despite scoring 4 goals in the group stage, he admitted he probably shouldn't have gone at all. In the 2014-15 season, Ronaldo smashed another personal best by scoring 61 goals. He even scored 5 in a single game for the first time in his career. That same year, a newly discovered galaxy was named CR7 in his honor by Portuguese scientists, a fitting tribute for a man who seemed larger than life. As he kicked off his 7th season with Real Madrid, Cristiano achieved yet another milestone, becoming the club's all-time leading scorer. He also added another Champions League trophy to his collection and was crowned Europe's best footballer for the 2nd time. Just like at the previous major tournament, Cristiano went into Euro 2016 nursing an injury, but that didn't stop him from giving it his all. He played in every single match and still managed to score 3 goals. The final against France was pure drama. In the first half, he took a bad hit and had to leave the field on a stretcher. But even from the sidelines, you could feel his energy. He was shouting instructions, hyping up his teammates, almost acting like a second coach. When Portugal won, it was Ronaldo who hoisted the trophy first, tears and all. It was a huge moment for him and the country. Right after that historic win, his home island of Madeira honored him in a big way. The local airport was renamed Cristiano Ronaldo Airport. As he continued recovering from that injury, Ronaldo missed the start of the 2016-17 season for Real Madrid, but he bounced back strong. By December, he had helped the team win the Club World Cup and added another Ballon d'Or to his collection, his 4th. That season turned into one for the history books. Real Madrid won both La Liga and the Champions League, and Cristiano kept smashing records. He became the first player to score 100 goals in European competitions and also the first to net goals in 3 separate Champions League finals. The man was unstoppable. In June 2017, Cristiano's family grew again with the birth of twins, Mateo and Eva, born via surrogate. The Portuguese national team even gave him special permission to leave the Confederations Cup early so he could be there for them. Around this time, he was already dating Georgina Rodriguez. They first met in 2016 at a fashion event, where she was working as a sales associate for Gucci. Georgina later said it was love at first sight. Their relationship quickly became serious, and in November 2017, Georgina gave birth to their daughter, Alana Martina. Netflix even planned a documentary titled, I Am Georgina, to tell their love story. But life wasn't just about romance and trophies. In July 2017, Ronaldo found himself in legal trouble, accused of dodging nearly 15 million euros in taxes. At first, he denied everything. But later, in a plea deal, he admitted guilt and saw his fine reduced to 16.8 million euros, along with a 2-year suspended sentence. Despite the controversy, December 2017 brought another high. Cristiano won his 5th Ballon d'Or. That same year, Forbes crowned him the highest-paid athlete in the world. He raked in $93 million total, $58 million in salary and another $35 million from endorsements. And it could have been even more. A Chinese Super League club reportedly offered Real Madrid $317 million for him and promised Cristiano over $105 million a year in salary. Then came that unforgettable night in April 2018. In the Champions League quarterfinals, Cristiano scored twice against Juventus. His second goal was a bicycle kick so spectacular that the home crowd in Turin gave him a standing ovation. In return, Cristiano showed his appreciation with a simple thumbs up. That moment stuck with him. Not long after that, Ronaldo signed a 4-year contract with Juventus. The Italian club paid 112 million euros for him, a record for any player over 30, and agreed to an annual salary of 30 million euros. It was a big leap, but the numbers spoke for themselves. On the first day alone, Juventus reportedly sold over 500,000 Ronaldo jerseys, bringing in an estimated $62.5 million in just 24 hours. The actual figure was more like 55,000 shirts sold in 3 weeks, but still, those were numbers Juventus had never seen before. Later, in 2018, Ronaldo was accused of rape by American model Catherine Mayorga, who claimed the incident happened back in 2009. She had even provided medical reports at the time, but Ronaldo's legal team reached a private settlement with her, reportedly paying $375,000 for her silence. A decade later, new allegations emerged and the case was reopened. But due to insufficient evidence, the Las Vegas police decided not to press charges. Despite the cloud hanging over him, January 2019 saw Ronaldo win his first trophy with Juventus, scoring the lone goal in the Italian Super Cup final. That same year, he helped the club clinch the Serie A title and also led Portugal to a Nations League victory. Financially, he was still on top, earning between $105 to $110 million that year. By 2020, Ronaldo reached a staggering milestone. His career earnings crossed the $1 billion mark. Experts estimated that $650 million came from salaries, while the rest was through sponsorships and brand deals. The man had built an empire. The 2019 to 2020 season brought more silverware, with Juventus once again crowned champions of Italy. But then, like the rest of the world, Ronaldo faced the unexpected. He tested positive for COVID-19. After his recovery, he returned with a vengeance, scoring 36 goals across all competitions. However, the winds of change were blowing. At the start of the next season, Ronaldo found himself starting on the bench amid rumors he was planning to leave Juventus. Sure enough, in late August, Manchester United dropped the bomb. They had brought Cristiano back to Old Trafford. It was a twist nobody saw coming. The deal reportedly came together quickly after negotiations with Manchester City fell apart. United paid €15 million up front with another €8 million in bonuses. British outlets reported that Ronaldo signed a 2-year deal with an annual salary of €29.1 million. And just like that, CR7 was back in his beloved number 7 shirt, ready to light up the Premier League again. To make way for Ronaldo's iconic return to Manchester United, Edinson Cavani graciously gave up his number 7 jersey, switching to number 21. The English Premier League even bent the rules to allow the number change after the season had already started. On September 1st, Ronaldo once again made headlines. He scored twice against Ireland, setting a new world record for most international goals ever scored by a male footballer, 111 goals. By 2020, his earnings hit a staggering $120 million in the year alone, $70 million from salary and another $50 million through endorsements. His total net worth was estimated around $500 million. When it comes to brand partnerships, Nike stands tall as his most prominent sponsor. Nike was actually his first major endorsement. He signed with them when he was just 18 years old. Then in 2016, the brand inked a lifetime deal with him, reportedly worth €22.5 million annually. He's also the king of Instagram ads. One post from his account can cost upwards of $1.6 million. His face has been everywhere, from CLE shampoo to Tag Heuer watches, Emirates Airlines to KFC, Coca-Cola, and Armani jeans. On top of that, Ronaldo has built an empire under the CR7 brand, which includes clothing lines, shoes, underwear, fragrances, and more. And he hasn't stopped there. He's launched a chain of hotels, restaurants, nightclubs, fitness centers, beauty salons, a hair transplant clinic, and even a private jet rental service. Cristiano definitely enjoys the finer things in life. He reportedly drops at least €10,000 a month on designer clothing. And when it comes to cars, it's a full-blown obsession. The man owns around 20 luxury vehicles, although even he admits he's lost count. His garage includes some serious jaw-droppers: McLaren Senna, multiple Ferraris like the F430, 599 GTO, and 599 GTB, a Lamborghini Aventador, Koenigsegg CCX. A couple of Porsches including the 911 Carrera and Cayenne Turbo, a Maserati Gran Cabrio, BMW M6, Aston Martin DB9, Bentley Continental, and a Rolls-Royce Phantom. Audi has gifted him several cars over the years thanks to sponsorship deals. And let's not forget the crown jewels of his collection: 3 Bugattis, the Veyron, the Chiron, and the ultra-rare Centodieci. There was a rumor floating around that he also owned the one-of-a-kind Bugatti La Voiture Noire, but that turned out to be false. Want to geek out on this? Check out our video Ronaldo versus Messi, who has the cooler cars. Beyond land travel, Cristiano travels in serious style. He owns a $19 million private jet and a yacht called Africa. But he's not just about luxury. Ronaldo has donated more than 10 million euros to various charities over the years. He's funded children's hospitals, paid for surgeries, and even auctioned off his golden boot and Ballon d'Or trophies to raise money. In one particularly moving story, a family reached out to Cristiano in 2014 asking for a pair of signed boots to raise money for their infant son's medical treatment. Instead, Cristiano covered the entire surgery and rehab himself. He also works with the Red Cross and regularly donates blood and bone marrow, which is why he's never gotten a tattoo. He says it would interfere with being a donor. When he returned to Manchester, Cristiano and his family moved into a massive 7-bedroom mansion equipped with a cutting-edge gym, swimming pool, and jacuzzi. Before that, during his first stint in England, he had owned a $4 million home with 5 bedrooms, an indoor pool, and a lavish dining area. He eventually rented that place out for $8,000 a month and then sold it. In Turin, while playing for Juventus, Ronaldo lived in a secluded villa with 6 bedrooms and panoramic city views accessible only through a private, secured road. In Madrid, he lived in a custom-built, 1-story 800-square-meter home with 7 bedrooms, multiple pools, a gym, a spa, and even his own mini-football field. That property cost him $7.1 million. He later listed it for $6.5 million. His Lisbon property is just as jaw-dropping. It's one of the most expensive apartments in Portugal, valued at 7.2 million euros. This 287-square-meter stunner features a luxurious living room, 3 huge bedrooms, a gym, a panoramic terrace with a fireplace, a barbecue setup, and a swimming pool with a view. And let's not forget his fortress back in Madeira. Cristiano turned an old warehouse into a 7-story mansion, 4 of those floors underground. It reportedly cost him nearly $10 million to build. Unfortunately, that same house was broken into in October 2020. Across the pond, he also owns an $18.5 million apartment in New York's Trump Tower. He's been trying to sell it for a while, even willing to take a loss by listing it at just $8 million. In 2019, Cristiano also picked up a coastal property in Marbella for 1.5 million euros with stunning views of the Mediterranean. His neighbor? UFC star Conor McGregor. Cristiano once said something that really stuck with me: people hate me because I'm rich, good-looking, and a great footballer. But he also mentioned how his mother raised him to stay grounded and true to himself. So, what do you think of Cristiano Ronaldo? Whether you admire him, envy him, or just find him fascinating, there's no denying he's lived one incredible life.